The big question, will the Lanka row derail IPL? Is it going to hit the brand IPL? Remember, we're into the 6th edition. Let's discuss that. We're joined by two special guests on Business Tonight this evening. Santosh Desai, CEO of Future Brands, and Shailendra Singh, joint MD of Percept. Shailendra, I want to kick it off with you. What's your sense? Will this whole controversy surrounding the participation of Sri Lankan players in a sense affect IPL 6?
I believe that this particular IPL season was pretty much fractured anyways as a season. Out of the 8 odd teams, 7 or 8. I mean, 4 of the owners are in trouble, and overall IPL has not innovated itself. I think this particular new controversy just makes it more fragile and a bit uninteresting, because there was no spice in IPL, and now you've been asked to not even have the Sri Lankan players. So it just makes it a bit more tougher for IPL.
Santosh, what's your sense? Do you think that perhaps politics will get the better of the spirit of sport?
This is going to be a dampener, clearly, in some form, but it's much more at a brand level in the long run. In the long run, actually, this is very dangerous for the brand. In the short run, I don't think it will make much of an impact. The long-term danger comes from the fact that if IPL wants to be a global event and become the default club T20 event for the world, which it is very, very well positioned to do, then being so sensitive to political disturbances, and even when, in this case, individuals are being singled out, Sri Lankan players, they are coming here in their personal capacity. They are being singled out. So that means that tomorrow, if India has a dispute with England, English players may not be allowed. There is some controversy, in Australia, will stop the Australians from coming here. So in the long run, this does strike at the credibility of the IPL and any ambitions it has to be a global, the global definitive club tournament.
But Shailendra, how feasible would you say is the suggestion, that the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has made to not allow any player play in Chennai?
I think this whole, we need to first of all reconcile to the fact that we are a United States of India. Now, when I say the word United States, at some point the leadership at the center will have to unite the states, because more and more every day in our lives we are made to believe that these states are not united. You can't drive your car into another state, you have tax, each state has its own tax law. So there are multiple issues, and I think if these things keep happening, where a particular state says that Sri Lankan players will not play in my state, and then the other state is going to say that this will not happen in my state, I mean, we're going to be in deep trouble. So in my professional and personal opinion, I think the center needs to take a stance that if the center doesn't feel that the Sri Lankans playing in the IPL is going to hurt anybody in India or in Sri Lanka, I think the game should go on the way it is supposed to be designed to be going on. But I don't think the center makes a statement. I think the statement should be made by the sports minister, and I don't think that each individual state should be given the power to make such critical and crucial decisions for the spectators and fans of this country.
Yeah, you spoke about spectators and fans, Shailendra, but what about the impact on team owners? Several of the Sri Lankan players are actually stars in the IPL teams, and it's going to have a big impact as far as the team owners are concerned as well.
Well, we've been through a lot of controversies in IPL. I mean, teams have gone in and out. There have been tax inquiries. The commissioner of IPL was sent out of the country and whatnot. So controversies generally have helped IPL till today. But having said that, I personally believe that the team owners, particularly if you take the examples of Rajasthan Royals or Punjab's King 11 or Pune Warriors or even RCB, I don't think most of the team owners are in a very strong position to, negotiate or say that they want something. But having said that, I heard Mr. Rajiv Shukla on TV this afternoon. I was a bit confused when he said that you must not blend politics with sport. You know what I mean? He needs to look into something which is very interesting. We have 50 sporting federations, I think, and 49 are run by politicians. So I think politics plays a very important role in our country, and it doesn't matter whether it's economic, sport, cultural events. It just doesn't matter. I mean, politics finds its way into any discipline in this country whatsoever. So I think keeping the sensitivity of the coalition government, the 2014 elections, I think politics will have the final say in IPL also.
Santosh, comment on that. What's your sense? Because at the end of the day, IPL is a huge commercial property as well, a lot of money riding on it. And surely franchisees are not going to like the fact that now they are being forced to drop Sri Lankan cricketers.
That's true. That's true. I think it fundamentally you cannot run a club tournament sort of format where you have individual private owners who are in this for a profit. And then create a structure which is so politically fragile that you impose at relatively tomorrow. What you are doing is that you are allowing this to be an instrument for all political parties, because it is such a high-profile tournament. Any action against the IPL, gets political dividend, and therefore tomorrow any political party, any regional party, anyone who wants to make a mark will find some reason to object to the IPL in some form or the other. You are laying yourself open for interference of a very significant kind, and commercially, therefore, you are creating obstacles and hurdles that clearly will hurt the owners.
Okay, gentlemen, let's talk about the bigger picture. Santosh, when we look at the 6th installment that's coming our way now, do you believe that the IPL is in need of a radical overhaul?
As long as IPL is clear that it is fundamentally about sport, if you start, for the sake of money or for the sake of creating excitement, shuffling teams every 4 years, you're never going to build loyalty. As long as you see this as a TV extravaganza, which is an advertiser's sort of a fantasy, you're fundamentally looking at the brand the wrong way. Sporting brands exist because of fans, not because of viewers. Unless you create loyalty, the club format only works when you create loyalty and loyal fan bases. You cannot do that if you keep shuffling your teams and auctioning players, at a drop of a hat. I think what the IPL needs is not a makeover in that sense. What it needs is belief and a steadfastness and not worry. If you excessively worry about viewership, there are X number of stars that are available who will dance for you. There are Y number of cheerleaders that are available. You've done that. Beyond a point, you cannot increase viewership and increase revenue by doing stuff at the periphery. You have to work through the core, and I think that's what the IPL needs to do.
Stars and the cheerleaders, it's about cricket, says Santosh. Shailendra, let you have the last word. 3 things that IPL needs to do with immediate effect to ensure it goes back to becoming the huge property that it started out.
Yeah, if you want IPL to become profitable, if you want IPL to stay as sticky a magnet as it was in year 1 and 2, I have only 3 pieces. Like you asked me to give you the 3 solutions, I'll give it to you. Horses for courses, horses for courses, horses for courses. Please get people who know the business to run the business. I truly believe in that, and I feel this is where our Indian cricket goes wrong in many places. Athletes are in administrative positions, politicians are running the sport, businessmen are running the sport itself, and athletes who should be running the sport are actually become commentators. For me, it's a bit of a mess.
All right, gentlemen, I'm afraid we've completely run out of time on this show. Shailendra Singh and Santosh Desai.
Thank you so much.
Many thanks.
Okay, on that note, out of time on this edition of Business Tonight. But up next is Top 10 at 10 with Supriya. Don't go anywhere.